And hello to my 6 subscribers and anybody else that might be tagging along. So, I've got a question for you. Did you have turkey for your Christmas dinner? Okay, because I didn't. I was here in Kazakhstan. There is no Christmas in Kazakhstan. It doesn't exist. But I'm going to make up for that by having my turkey now. Here it is. This, my friends, is an EFES Pilsener. This is a Turkish beer. It doesn't actually say it's a Turkish beer anywhere on this can, but I'm a clever guy. I got 4 C grades in my GCSEs. Don't ask me about the other 6. Let's just pretend that they never happened. And one thing this beer does say is that it's the #1 Mediterranean beer. That's a pretty big claim when you come to think of it, because the Mediterranean is a large area. I don't know if they mean it's the #1 Mediterranean beer in terms of its sales, whether it's just their opinion. I don't know. Now, in terms of the beer itself, as I've said, it's a Turkish beer, and it is the Turkish beer in terms of how well it's known. When you go to Turkey, EFES is the beer that you're going to see everywhere. It's the same as what is Stella Artois to Belgium or Carlsberg to Denmark. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best beer. It's sold, it's mass produced. I think with these mass produced beers such as EFES, they've got a very large target market, and as a result I don't think the taste is necessarily going to be that good, because there's targeted such a wide audience. They've got so many people they're trying to target. So yeah, it's a very general beer. Not really expecting anything special from it. It's not getting me overly excited. I may be wrong. It may be the best thing since baked beans. I don't know. But we're going to give it a go in a few minutes. Oh, hang on. Whew. I'm not going to take off all my clothes, that would be going a bit too far. But, oh, hello. Oh, Turkish beer, Turkish football shirt. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick story here. Listen carefully. 4 years ago, I was on a day trip in Turkey. I happened to be in a shopping centre, and I happened to see a club shop of a particular Turkish football team. So what I did was I bowled into this shop. I had a bit of the old Turkish moolah on me, and I sort of says to your fella, sort me out with one of them shirts. I want one. With name and number on the back, of course. And to be fair to the lad, he sorted me out. So I walked out with the shirt, with name and number on the back, just to prove it. Happy days. Now, you might have noticed that I didn't actually tell you the name of the football team or the city that I was in on this day trip to Turkey. That's where you come into play. What I want now that I've got a massive 6 subscribers, I want a bit of communication. So I want you, the viewer, to communicate more with me, the rubbish beer review man. And I want you to tell me in the comment section below, what Turkish football team shirt is this? Don't bother look at the badge, that's not going to give much away. It's a pretty lame badge, if I'm honest. So, what is this football team? Don't cheat, please, don't look on the internet. Have a go yourself. And try to justify your reasons as well, so I know you haven't cheated. Okay, comment sections below. Correct results will, the people who get the answers correctly, I will read them out in the next rubbish beer review, which will be on the weekend. So, that's our first little communication session. Getting back to the beer. I'm going to crack it open, as I always do, and pour it into my lovely beer glass. Ready for the sniff, the pre-drink sniff. It's a lot of head. What am I doing? How has that happened? It's ridiculous. There goes my job as a barman. So much for that. Right, I have to leave it at that for the moment. with the Grolsch I had a excuse. If you remember back on beer review number 3, I think it was, I shook it a bit, but this one I haven't. It's not giving much away. It's probably because it's just head. Let's smell the beer can. Yeah, it's generic as I thought. It really is. It's pretty standard stuff from the smell, but you know, let's give it a go. It might be great stuff. That is just a joke. It's my own fault. I haven't got beyond the head yet. This is another reason why why we're called rubbish beer reviews. Can't even pour properly. Metallic. There's a clear trend being set here. The 3 Kazakh beers I've tried have all been a bit iffy, not so hot. I've given them all 6s. Whereas the 3 foreign beers I've tried, which have all happened to be Dutch, have hit 9s and 10s. This EFES, it's following the same sort of trend. It's definitely in the upper echelons part, you know, much more than the, say, the Kazakh beers. It's quite nice, to be fair. It is quite nice. Like I say, it is generic. But then, to be fair, they've all been generic, so I can't really complain too much. Can't, you know, but it's quite metallic. I've noticed a lot of the beers I've tried so far have been too gassy, too carbonated. This one isn't actually. It's quite good on the carbonation. Obviously it's carbonated, it's a lager, but they haven't overdone it. As I said, it's got a metallic taste. Can't really pick out much else. It's got a 5% ABV, which I must say doesn't actually show here. Doesn't seem to be as strong as that. It's not an overly sort of alcoholic taste or anything like that. It's a difficult one to give, really. I mean, I'm going to give it a 9. I think I'm being a bit over generous with these beer reviews. You know, I'm giving it a 9. Really, because I'm judging it on comparing it to what the other previous ones were. And it's no worse than the Grolsch. It's no worse than the Bavaria. I like the fact it's not overly carbonated. It's metallic. It's not really a good or a bad thing. Yeah, it's really drinkable. I've almost drunk it all. I know I say that every single beer review. In fact, I might actually drink all of it before I even finish beer review. It's decent. I have to be honest, it's decent. I quite like it. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, a good show from the EFES Pilsener. It's not going to sort of break any taste records or anything like that, but what's a taste record? Just talking cobblers, but yeah, it's decent stuff. I'd recommend it. I'm probably going to leave it at that. I'm going to see you again for the next beer review, as I've already said, it's coming up this weekend for something different. And have a good day, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.